Have you ever glanced at a map and realized there's a country you know almost nothing about? A place that seems to exist quietly, waiting to be discovered, its stories hidden from the usual tourist trails. For me, that country was Armenia. It was a name I'd heard, but a world I'd never truly imagined. Tucked between Europe and Asia, Armenia is a hidden gem most travelers overlook. Its location alone makes it a fascinating crossroads of cultures, history, and traditions. But this small country is bursting with ancient monasteries, rugged mountains, and a spirit that's unbreakable. Every corner tells a story, every stone has witnessed centuries of resilience. I came here to find out what it's really like to live in Armenia. Not as a tourist, but as someone who wants to feel the heartbeat of daily life. I wanted to go beyond the guidebooks and experience the rhythm of real Armenian living. What I discovered was a place where every stranger greets you like family, and every meal is a celebration. Hospitality isn't just a custom here, it's a way of life, woven into every interaction. The landscapes are breathtaking, but the real beauty is in the warmth and generosity of the people. Their smiles, their stories, and their kindness make every moment unforgettable. This isn't just a trip, it's a deep dive into a culture that's rich, resilient, and welcoming. From vibrant festivals to quiet moments in mountain villages, Armenia invites you to become part of its story, so join me as we explore Armenia, not just surviving, but thriving on a budget. I'll show you how to experience the best of this country without breaking the bank, discovering hidden gems along the way. We'll uncover ancient history, savor incredible food, and connect with a culture that has so much to teach about joy and resilience. Every meal, every conversation, every adventure will reveal something new. Armenia may be small on the map, but it's gigantic in heart and spirit. Its people, its traditions, and its landscapes leave a lasting impression on everyone who visits. Let's discover this hidden European treasure together. Get ready for a journey that will surprise, inspire, and stay with you long after you leave. Let's talk numbers. Imagine living an entire month in Armenia on just $500. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly the challenge I set for myself. In most countries, $500 wouldn't even get you through a week's rent, let alone cover your living expenses. But here in Armenia, I wanted to see if I could not only survive, but actually live well, enjoying the culture, the food, and the people, not just scraping by. My friends thought I was out of my mind. They pictured me living off instant noodles every day, barely making ends meet. But Armenia's reputation for affordability is almost legendary, and I was determined to put it to the test. The real challenge was to live like a true local, eating out, exploring the city, and soaking up everything Armenia has to offer, all while sticking to a tight budget. I managed to find a comfortable, well-located apartment for just $200 a month. That left me with $300 for everything else: food, transportation, entertainment, and unexpected adventures. That breaks down to about $10 a day. It might not sound like much, but in Armenia it's enough for a hearty meal, a taxi ride across town, and a bag full of fresh produce from the market. You can even treat yourself to a coffee or a sweet pastry. Here your money stretches further than you'd ever expect. Every day felt like a small victory, discovering just how much value you can get for so little. Was it possible? Absolutely. Not only did I never feel deprived, but I actually felt richer. Richer in experiences, in friendships, and in memories. My days were filled with new adventures, mouth-watering food, and the genuine warmth of Armenian hospitality. Every meal and every encounter added something special to my journey. Living on a budget didn't feel like a restriction at all. Instead, it opened doors to a more authentic, meaningful way of traveling, one where you connect deeply with the place and its people. Armenia proved to me that the true value of travel isn't measured by how much you spend, but by the memories you create and the connections you make along the way. Here, living well on less isn't just possible, it's a way of life. The culture encourages sharing, community, and making the most of what you have. So let's break it down and see exactly how it all adds up and how you can make the most of every dollar in Armenia. Know you've been a good friend. Finding a home in Yerevan was easier than I imagined. I chose a simple one-bedroom apartment in a quiet neighborhood, just a short bus ride from the city center. The building had classic Soviet-era charm, but inside it was cozy and full of character. My favorite spot was the balcony overlooking a courtyard where neighbors gathered and kids played. Rent, just $200 for a fully furnished place with a kitchen and Wi-Fi. Having a kitchen let me cook with fresh market produce and feel like part of the community. Mornings started with strong Armenian coffee on the balcony, soaking in the city's rhythm. This wasn't a fancy apartment, but it had soul, a real home in a real Armenian neighborhood. Living here opened doors to hidden cafés, family-run shops, and genuine connections with locals. For $200, I didn't just get a place to sleep, I found a community. Let's talk food, because in Armenia, eating on a budget is a joy, not a sacrifice. My daily food budget was $5, $7, and I ate like royalty. The secret, incredible local produce, sun-ripened apricots, juicy tomatoes, fragrant herbs. At the gum market, a few dollars bought bags of fresh ingredients. Breakfast was lavash with cheese and herbs, plus strong coffee. Lunch, lahmacun, Armenian pizza for less than $1. Dinner was either a home-cooked stew or a feast at a local tavern for just a few bucks. My favorite, khorovats, Armenian barbecue shared with friends. Armenia's wines are world-class and affordable, and even the water free from public fountains is special. Here, feasting isn't a luxury, it's a way of life open to everyone. Every meal is a celebration of flavor, community, and tradition. Eating well on a budget is not just possible, it's inevitable. In Armenia, food brings everyone together. Getting around Armenia is an adventure in itself, and the best part is it's incredibly affordable for travelers and locals alike. Whether you're in the heart of Yerevan or venturing out to the countryside, there's always a way to get where you need to go without breaking the bank. The Yerevan Metro, a Soviet-era marvel, costs just 25 cents a ride and whisks you across the city in minutes. The stations themselves are a glimpse into Armenia's past, with grand architecture and a unique atmosphere you won't find anywhere else. For routes beyond the metro's reach, marshrutkas, those iconic yellow shared minibuses, are the backbone of public transport. They connect every corner of the city and even the most remote villages. Hop in, pass your fare forward through a chain of hands, and don't forget to shout "Kangnek" when you want to get off. It's a system that might seem chaotic at first, but it works surprisingly well. It's a little hectic, but incredibly efficient, and it's the perfect way to witness daily Armenian life up close, surrounded by locals going about their routines. Still, my favorite way to explore the city is on foot. Walking lets you slow down and really soak in the atmosphere. Yerevan's center is made for wandering, with hidden courtyards, colorful street art, leafy parks, and cozy cafes tucked away on every block. There's always something new to discover around each corner. When I wanted to see the countryside, marshrutkas took me anywhere I dreamed of for just a few dollars. From mountain villages to ancient monasteries, the network reaches far and wide. The rides can be bumpy, but the views out the window are always spectacular. And you get to share the journey with locals from all walks of life, each with their own story. Here, transportation isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's a memorable part of the adventure, filled with unexpected moments and new friends. Exploring Armenia on a budget means embracing the local way, cheap, efficient, and always full of surprises. Every ride is a chance to connect and learn. Every journey here is a story waiting to be told, and every ride adds a new chapter to your adventure in Armenia. To truly know Armenia, you have to leave the city and explore its wild heart. My first trip was to Lake Sevan, the Armenian Sea, a couple of dollars by marshrutka. The blue water, crisp air, and the ancient Sevan and Dilijan monastery made it unforgettable. Then the Tatev monastery, reached by the world's longest aerial tramway, offered jaw-dropping views and medieval wonder for under $20. Armenia is a living museum. Ancient churches, fortresses, and khachkars dot the landscape. I wandered through Geghard Monastery, carved from rock, and the pagan temple of Garni, each site telling its own story. The best part? Most of these treasures are free to visit. Hike in Dilijan's forests, explore ruins, and marvel at nature, all without breaking the bank. Armenia's greatest riches, its mountains, rivers, and history, are open to everyone. Adventure here is both epic and accessible. The true heart of Armenia is its people. Nowhere else have I experienced such genuine warmth and hospitality. Here, guests are treated like family. Help is always offered, even if you don't share a language. A simple question can turn into coffee and conversation, and strangers become friends in minutes. Armenians are proud of their heritage, resilient through history, and eager to share their culture. I was guided through neighborhoods, invited to meals, and taught new words by people who simply wanted to help. Their pride is infectious, their kindness unforgettable. Women here are especially remarkable, strong, educated, and central to community life. Family ties run deep, and that sense of belonging extends to visitors. In Armenia, you're not just a tourist, you're welcomed into the fold. It's these human connections that make Armenia truly special. The warmth of the people is what I'll remember most. Here, you arrive as a stranger and leave as family. Living in Armenia is like stepping into a living tapestry. Ancient traditions woven with modern life. Culture is everywhere. In the music drifting from cafés, the art in galleries, and the celebrations in the streets. I was lucky to experience Vardavar, a joyful water festival that unites everyone in laughter and tradition. Craftsmanship here is stunning. At Vernissage Market, every handmade item tells a story. I took home a hand-carved kachka, a piece of Armenian artistry and history. Armenia blends old and new, effortlessly. Ancient monasteries by day, trendy wine bars by night. The haunting sound of the duduk and the buzz of jazz clubs coexist in Yerevan. Here, the past isn't forgotten. It's celebrated and reimagined. Armenia's culture is a dynamic dance between history and progress. It's a place where tradition and innovation live side by side. As my month in Armenia ended, I realized I'd lived richly on just $500. I'd eaten incredible food, explored breathtaking landscapes, and, most importantly, connected with amazing people. Armenia proved you don't need a big budget for a world-class adventure, just curiosity and an open heart. This country will change you, reminding you of the beauty of community and the joy of simple moments. Whether you have a week or a month, Armenia welcomes you with open arms. Go see the mountains, visit the monasteries, and meet the people. The best things in life aren't things. They're the memories and connections you make. If this story sparked your curiosity, don't ignore it. Start planning your own Armenian adventure. Thank you for joining me on this journey. There are more stories to come, so subscribe and follow along. Until next time, keep exploring and never stop connecting.